Does this sound familiar? You wake up in the morning and instead of feeling refreshed, you're hit with a wave of fatigue. Your joints ache, your energy's low, and the day hasn't even started yet. If you're over 70, you might think this is just part of getting older, but what if it doesn't have to be? What if a few simple changes to your morning could recharge your body, lift your spirits, and even add years to your life? Today, we're diving into 5 morning habits that seniors just like you are using to feel stronger, happier, and more alive, well into their 80s and 90s. Stick around because these aren't complicated or expensive. They're easy, practical, and backed by science. Let's get started. First up, habit number 1. Drinking water as soon as you wake up. It's simple, it's free, and it's backed by science and real-life results. Let's dive into why this habit can add years to your life, how it's transformed one senior's daily experience, and what happens when you adopt it or ignore it. Plus, I'll give you actionable steps to make it part of your routine. Stick with me. This is going to be worth it. Picture this. You've just spent 7 to 8 hours asleep, and your body hasn't had a drop of water. You're not just groggy, your cells are parched. Research shows that even mild dehydration can impair physical performance, mood, and cognitive function, especially as we age. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults are more prone to dehydration due to a diminished thirst response, which can sneakily exacerbate issues like fatigue, constipation, and even kidney strain. Starting your day with water kickstarts your hydration, flushes out toxins, and primes your metabolism. Beyond the lab, doctors and wellness experts have long observed that hydration is a cornerstone of vitality. Dr. Howard Murad, a renowned dermatologist, has noted that water intake supports everything from skin elasticity to joint health. Crucial for staying active after 60, it's not just about quenching thirst, it's about giving your body the fuel it needs to repair and recharge after a night of rest. Think of it as oiling the engine before you hit the road. Have you ever noticed how you feel when you're dehydrated? Write dehydrated in the comments if you've felt that sluggishness before. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio. A few years ago, she was struggling with morning headaches and a foggy mind that made her dread getting out of bed. She'd shuffle to the coffee pot, skipping water entirely, thinking caffeine would fix everything. It didn't. Her daughter, a nurse, suggested she try drinking a glass of water first thing instead. Skeptical but desperate, Margaret gave it a shot. Within a week, she noticed a difference. The headaches faded, her energy perked up, and she even felt less stiff getting out of bed. Now, 3 years later, Margaret swears by her morning water ritual, 16 ounces with a squeeze of lemon, downed before anything else. She says it's like waking up her whole system. At her last checkup, her doctor even noted improved blood pressure and kidney function, which she credits partly to staying hydrated. Margaret's not a scientist, but her story echoes what research suggests. Consistent hydration can be a quiet superpower for aging well. So, what happens if you skip this habit? Ignoring morning water doesn't mean you'll keel over tomorrow, but the effects creep up. Chronic mild dehydration can strain your kidneys, slow digestion, bloating, and leave you feeling lethargic, robbing you of the energy you need to enjoy your day. Over time, it might even contribute to more serious issues like urinary tract infections or poor circulation, which hit harder after 60. It's not dramatic, it's subtle sabotage. Flip that around, and adopting this habit is like giving your body a daily high five. Drinking water first thing boosts your metabolism by up to 30% for the next hour, according to a 2003 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. It lubricates your joints, sharpens your focus, and sets a positive tone for the day. Seniors who embrace this often report better digestion, clearer skin, and a surprising lift in mood. It's not a cure-all, but it's a foundation that makes everything else, like exercise or healthy eating, work better. Comment, loving it, if you're still here and loving these insights. What's your go-to morning drink right now? Ready to try this for yourself? Here's how to make drinking water as soon as you wake up a no-brainer habit. 1. Prep the night before. Fill a glass or bottle with 12 to 16 ounces of water and leave it on your nightstand or kitchen counter. No excuses when it's right there waiting. 2. Make it enjoyable. Add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a splash of natural flavor if plain water feels boring. Margaret's lemon trick is a fan favorite. 3. Start small. If chugging a full glass feels daunting, begin with half and work up. The key is consistency, not perfection. 4. Pair it with a cue. Link it to something you already do, like brushing your teeth or opening the curtains, so it becomes automatic. 5. Track your win. Keep a little journal or use an app to mark each day you do it. Seeing that streak grow is motivating. Pro tip: room temperature water is gentler on your stomach than ice cold, especially first thing. Give it a week and notice how you feel. Lighter, clearer, more alive. After 60, your body's needs shift. You're not just maintaining, you're optimizing for the long haul. Drinking water first thing isn't flashy, but it's a small choice with big ripple effects. It's about reclaiming your mornings and stacking the deck in favor of a healthier, longer life. Imagine feeling sharper for that grandkid visit or more limber for your daily walk. All from a glass of water. Who's ready to try this tomorrow? Comment "ready" if you're in. And if you love tips like this, hit that subscribe button. I've got more habits coming your way. All right, habit number 2. Light stretching for just 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not talking about a full yoga class. Just some gentle moves to wake up your body. It's simple, it's gentle, and it's a game changer for your body and mind. Let's unpack why this habit matters, how it's backed by science, and what it looks like in real life. Plus, I'll give you easy steps to make it part of your routine. Ready? Let's stretch into it. Picture this. You wake up, and your joints feel like they've been glued together overnight. Your back creaks, your knees protest, and even reaching for your coffee mug feels like a chore. Sound familiar? As we age, our muscles and joints naturally lose flexibility and elasticity. But here's the good news. A few minutes of light stretching each morning can turn that stiffness into suppleness. Research backs this up. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older adults who engaged in regular stretching improved their range of motion, reduced joint pain, and even lowered their risk of falls by up to 30%. Why? Stretching increases blood flow to your muscles, lubricates your joints, and wakes up your nervous system. It's like oiling a rusty hinge. Suddenly, everything moves smoother. Plus, it's a low-impact way to boost circulation, which supports heart health and keeps inflammation in check. Observations from physical therapists also show that seniors who stretch daily report less morning fatigue and more energy to tackle their day. Comment "not going anywhere" below if you're still with me. What's your morning stiffness like? Mild, wild, or somewhere in between? Let me tell you about Janet, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio. A few years ago, she could barely get out of bed without wincing. Her arthritis had turned her mornings into a slow, painful slog. She'd shuffle to the kitchen, gripping the counter for support, and spend half the day waiting for her body to warm up. Then her doctor suggested a simple fix: 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching every morning. Skeptical but desperate, Janet started with basic moves: arm circles, gentle side bends, and a seated leg stretch. Within weeks, she noticed a difference. Her knees didn't ache as much, and she could bend to tie her shoes without groaning. A year later, she's walking her dog around the block every morning, something she hadn't done in years. Janet says, "It's not about becoming a gymnast. It's about feeling like I can move again." Her story isn't unique. It's a quiet triumph shared by countless seniors who've embraced this habit. So, what happens if you skip this? Ignoring stretching might seem harmless at first, but over time, it's like letting a car sit in the garage without maintenance. Muscles tighten, joints stiffen, and your risk of injury climbs. The American Geriatric Society notes that reduced flexibility is a key factor in falls, the leading cause of injury for people over 65. Without stretching, you might find yourself moving less, which snowballs into weaker muscles, poorer balance, and even a dip in mental well-being. It's a slow fade into a more sedentary life. Flip that script, and the benefits of adopting this habit shine through. Those 5 to 10 minutes can improve your posture, ease chronic pain, and give you a sense of control over your body. It's not just physical. Stretching releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that lift your mood. Imagine starting your day not with a grimace, but with a quiet confidence that you're doing something good for yourself. That's the power of a small, consistent choice. Comment "stretch" if you've ever tried morning stretching, or If you're tempted to start now, what's one move you'd try first? Ready to make this habit yours? You don't need fancy gear or a gym membership, just a few minutes and a willingness to move. Here's how to get started. 1. Set the scene. Pick a quiet spot, your living room, bedroom, or even your backyard. Stand or sit, whichever feels comfortable. Keep a chair nearby for support if needed. 2. Start small. Begin with 5 minutes. Set a timer so you don't overthink it. As you get comfortable, stretch it to 10.3. Try these moves. Neck rolls. Gently roll your head in a circle 5 times each way. This loosens your neck and shoulders. Arm reaches. Raise your arms overhead, stretch them up, then lower. Repeat 10 times to open your chest. Seated leg stretch. Sit, extend one leg forward and reach toward your toes or as far as feels good. Hold for 15 seconds, switch legs. Side bends. Stand, reach one arm up and over to the side, stretching your torso. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch. 4. Breathe deeply. Inhale as you stretch, exhale as you release. It's not just about the body, it's a mini mindfulness session. 5. Make it routine. Pair it with something you already do, like brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. Consistency is key. No flexibility, no problem. Modify as needed, do it seated, skip anything that hurts, and listen to your body. If you've got health concerns, check with your doctor first, but most light stretching is safe for all levels. Light stretching for 5 to 10 minutes isn't about turning back the clock, it's about making the years ahead feel better. It's a small investment with a big payoff. Less pain, more mobility, and a brighter start to your day. Janet's story proves it's never too late to start, and the research shows it's worth the effort. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, this habit can add not just years, but quality years to your life. Comment yes if you're ready to try this tomorrow morning. What time will you stretch, right after waking up or later? If you're loving these tips, don't miss out. Subscribe now for more ways to thrive after 60. Habit number 3, eating a breakfast with protein. This isn't just about starting your day, it's about building a foundation for strength and energy as you age. We'll dive into the science, share a real-life story of a senior who turned it around, weigh the consequences of skipping it versus embracing it, and give you practical steps to make it happen. Turning 60 doesn't mean slowing down, unless you let it. One of the biggest threats to aging well is muscle loss, or sarcopenia, which creeps in as we get older. Research backs up protein as a key defense. A 2017 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate more protein, especially at breakfast, preserved muscle mass and stayed stronger longer. Why the morning? It's when your body's ready to kick into gear. Protein at breakfast helps repair muscles overnight and sets the tone for the day. Beyond muscles, protein keeps hunger at bay, steadies your blood sugar, and fuels your morning. Nutritionists often note that seniors who skimp on protein early tend to feel tired and reach for quick carbs later. Think donuts or chips, which can sabotage health goals. A protein-rich breakfast isn't just food, it's a strategy for thriving. Comment protein diet below if you're still with me. I want to know who's ready to supercharge their mornings. Let me introduce you to Harold, a 72-year-old from Texas. A few years back, Harold was in a rut. His mornings consisted of black coffee and a bagel. Quick, but by mid-morning he was wiped out and snacking on pretzels. After a checkup revealed high blood sugar and a warning about his shrinking muscle mass, he knew something had to change. Harold started eating scrambled eggs with a side of turkey bacon and some avocado. Within a month, he felt a shift. He had energy to tinker in his garage, his cravings faded, and he even started lifting light weights again. Today, Harold's back to fishing with his buddies, a hobby he'd given up when fatigue took over. His trick? That protein-packed breakfast gave his body the boost it craved. What happens if you brush this off? Without protein in the morning, your muscles miss a prime chance to rebuild. A 2020 study in the Journal of Nutrition tied low protein intake in older adults to frailty. Trouble with stairs, weaker grip, more falls. Skip it, and you might also overeat later as hunger creeps in, piling on weight and stressing your system. Now, flip that around. Adopting this habit can transform your days. Protein builds strength, sharpens your mind, it fuels brain chemicals like serotonin, and keeps you steady on your feet. Seniors like Harold who make the switch often say they feel more alive, less like they're just getting by. It's a small tweak with big payoffs. Better mobility, fewer health scares, and maybe even a few extra years to enjoy the grandkids or that dream road trip. Drop a yes in the comments if you've ever hit that mid-morning slump, or a no if you're already a breakfast pro. Let's swap stories. Ready to give it a shot? It's simpler than you'd think. Here's how to make it yours. 1. Choose your protein. Aim for 20 to 30 grams, enough to kickstart muscle repair. Try eggs, 6 grams each, 3 or 4 does it. Greek yogurt, 20 grams per cup. Cottage cheese, 25 grams per cup. Turkey bacon or sausage, 15 to 20 grams per serving. Protein shake. Look for 20 to 30 grams on the label. 2. Pair protein with fiber and healthy fats. Scramble eggs with peppers, top yogurt with walnuts, or add a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter to your sausage. 3. Keep it easy. Short on time? Boil eggs ahead or blend a protein shake in 30 seconds. Harold swears by pre-cooking bacon strips for the week. Grab and go. 4. Ease. New to breakfast? Start with 1 egg and some fruit, then build up. Small wins lead to big habits. 5. Feel the difference. After a week, check in. More pep in your step? Less hunger? That's proof it's working. Harold began with eggs and bacon, then added veggies as he got comfortable. Now it's his morning anchor. You don't need a chef's hat, just a little commitment. A protein-packed breakfast after 60 isn't just a meal, it's a lifeline. Research proves it, Harold lives it, and you can start it tomorrow. Ignore it, and you're flirting with weakness and fatigue. Adopt it, and you're paving the way for a stronger, sharper you. What's on your plate next? I'm dying to know. Comment your go-to protein breakfast below. I might try it out. And if these tips are hitting home, smash that subscribe button. Let's keep the good vibes rolling. Habit number 4. Stepping outside for some morning sunlight even for 10 minutes can work wonders. Let's break it down. The sun rises, casting a warm golden glow, and you step outside to soak it in. It's not just a feel-good moment, it's science-backed magic for your body and mind. Exposure to natural light, especially in the morning, helps regulate your circadian rhythm, that internal clock that tells you when to wake up, feel energized, and wind down. As we age, this clock can get a little wonky, leading to poor sleep, low energy, or even mood dips. Morning sunlight resets it like a daily tune-up. Research backs this up big time. A 2017 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that older adults who got regular morning light exposure had better sleep quality and fewer depressive symptoms. Why? Sunlight triggers your brain to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and ramps up serotonin, the happy hormone. Plus, it's a natural way to boost vitamin D, which keeps your bones strong and your immune system humming, crucial after 60. Observations from doctors also show that seniors who get sunlight early in the day report sharper focus and less fatigue. It's like nature's espresso shot, no caffeine required. Comment sunshine below if you've ever noticed a mood boost from a sunny morning. Let me tell you about Jerry, a 68-year-old retiree from Arizona. A few years ago, he was in a rut, tossing and turning at night, feeling stiff and sluggish every morning, and battling a cloud of grumpiness he couldn't shake. His doctor tossed out a simple idea: get outside for 20 minutes each morning. Jerry, a bit dubious but desperate for change, started sitting on his front steps with his coffee, letting the sun hit his face. Within a month, he was sleeping like a rock. His joints felt looser, and he had pep in his step again. Now, at 70, Jerry credits his sunrise coffee for getting him back to tinkering in his garage and playing catch with his grandkids. His story is a testament to what science sees in seniors who embrace this habit. Small shifts, big rewards. So, what happens if you skip this habit? Well, staying indoors all morning can throw your body out of whack. Without that sunlight cue, your circadian rhythm stumbles, leading to restless nights and groggy days. Low vitamin D levels creep in, raising risks for osteoporosis or a weaker immune system. Stuff you don't want to mess with after 60. A 2020 study in The Lancet even linked poor light exposure to higher rates of depression in older adults. It's not dramatic overnight, but over time it's like dimming your own vitality. Flip that around, and adopting this habit is a game changer. Regular morning sunlight can cut your risk of insomnia by up to 40%, according to sleep experts. It boosts mood, sharpens your mind, and keeps your bones resilient. Plus, it's a natural anti-inflammatory. Some studies suggest it eases joint stiffness, a win for anyone with arthritis. Ignore it, and you're missing out on free medicine. Embrace it, and you're stacking the deck for a longer, healthier life. Comment glowing if you're still here. I'd love to know, do you already get morning sunlight, or is this new for you? Ready to try this? It's easier than you think. Here's how to weave morning sunlight into your life, no matter your schedule or weather. 1. Start small. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes outside within an hour of waking. Sip your coffee on the porch, check the garden, or just stand by a window if it's cold. 2. Time it right. The earlier, the better. Sunlight before 10 a.m. is ideal for that circadian reset. Even cloudy days work. Natural light still gets through. 3. Make it a ritual. Pair it with something you enjoy. Music, a podcast, or a quick stretch. Jerry's coffee trick turned it into his daily kickoff. 4. Protect yourself. If you're out longer than 20 minutes, slap on some sunscreen or a hat. You want the benefits, not a sunburn. 5. Stay consistent. Do it daily, even for a few minutes. Consistency beats perfection. Your body will thank you. No porch, no sweat. A quick walk around the block or a spot by an open window works just fine. The key is exposure, not a fancy setup. And if you're thinking, but it's winter, bundle up. Even diffuse light on a gray day beats staying in the dark. Stepping outside for morning sunlight isn't just a habit, it's a lifeline after 60. It syncs your body, lifts your spirit, and keeps you strong, all backed by science and stories like Jerry's. Ignore it, and you risk fading energy and brittle health. Adopt it, and you're investing in 10 extra years of vibrancy. So, tomorrow morning, take that step outside. Feel the sun, breathe the air, and let nature do its thing. Comment, "I'm in," if you're ready to try this habit. And hey, if you're loving these tips, hit the subscribe button. Finally, habit number 5. Practicing gratitude for just a minute or two. This one's for your mind and soul. Let's unpack why this habit matters, how it's transformed lives, and how you can make it part of your daily routine. Gratitude might sound like a buzzword, but it's more than just a feel-good trend. Research shows it's a game changer for both mental and physical health, especially as we age. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that older adults who regularly practiced gratitude reported lower levels of stress and inflammation, 2 culprits that accelerate aging. Another study from the University of California, Davis, showed that gratitude boosts heart health by reducing blood pressure and improving sleep quality. Even just a minute or two of reflecting on what you're thankful for can rewire your brain to focus on the positive, setting a tone of resilience for the day. Beyond the science, I've observed this in action. Seniors who embrace gratitude often seem lighter, not just emotionally, but physically too. They smile more, complain less, and carry themselves with a quiet strength. It's as if gratitude becomes a shield against the wear and tear of life's challenges. Comment number 2. If you're still here. What do you think? Could a minute of gratitude really make a difference? Let me tell you about Clarabelle, a 70-year-old retiree I met at a local senior center. When she first showed up, she was skeptical about all this positive thinking talk. Recently widowed and adjusting to life in a smaller apartment, Clarabelle had gotten into a habit of dwelling on what she'd lost: her husband, her old home, her energy. During a group discussion, someone suggested she try gratitude for 2 minutes each morning, listing 3 things she appreciated. Clarabelle shrugged but decided to humor them. 6 months later, Clarabelle was a walking testament to the power of this habit. She started with small things: her morning tea, the view from her window, the sound of her granddaughter's voice on the phone. Over time, her list expanded. She began appreciating her resilience, the kindness of a neighbor who checked on her, even the way her hands still worked to knit scarves for charity. Her chronic tension headaches eased up and she started sleeping through the night, something she hadn't done in years. Clarabelle told me, "I thought it was silly at first, but now I see how much I still have." She's become the senior center's unofficial cheerleader, urging others to give gratitude a chance. Her transformation shows it's not just theory, it works. So what happens if you skip this habit? Ignoring gratitude doesn't mean you're doomed, but it can leave you vulnerable. Without it, negativity can creep in like an uninvited guest. Over time, that focus on what's wrong, aches, losses, or frustrations, can snowball into chronic stress, poor sleep, and even a weaker immune system. It's not about pretending life is perfect, it's about not letting the imperfect parts define you. I've seen folks who dismiss gratitude as fluffy nonsense end up stuck in a cycle of gloom, and it's tough to watch. On the flip side, adopting this habit is like planting a seed that grows into a sturdy tree. Those 2 minutes of gratitude can shift your perspective, lower your stress hormones, and even make you more active. Because when you feel good, you're more likely to move. It's a small investment with a big payoff. More energy, better relationships, and a longer, happier life. Comment gratitude below if you're ready to give this a try. And if you're loving these insights, hit that subscribe button. We've got more life-extending habits coming your way. Ready to make gratitude your morning superpower? It's easier than you think, and you don't need anything fancy. Just a minute or two and an open mind. Here's how to get started. 1. Set the scene. Right after waking up, maybe while your coffee brews or before you check your phone, find a quiet spot. Sit up, take a deep breath, and let your mind settle. 2. Pick your method. You've got options. You can think it. Mentally list 3 things you're grateful for, e.g. your cozy bed, a friend's laugh, a good meal. You can say it. Whisper them aloud to yourself. It feels more real that way. You can write it, grab a notebook and jot them down. Seeing them in ink can make them stick. 3. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. It could be as basic as, "I'm thankful for this warm blanket," or as big as, "I'm grateful for my family's love." The point is to feel it, not to impress anyone. 4. Make it a ritual. Tie it to something you already do, like brushing your teeth, so it becomes automatic. Set a timer for 1 minute if you're worried about time. 5. Mix it up. Some days focus on people, others on small joys like a bird chirping. Variety keeps it fresh. Start tomorrow morning. Try it for a week and see how it feels. You might be surprised at how quickly it lifts your spirits. Comment morning if you're committing to this starting tomorrow. Practicing gratitude for just a minute or two isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about balancing them with the good stuff. The research backs it, Clarabelle's story proves it, and the choice is yours. Skip it, and you might miss out on a brighter, healthier you. Embrace it, and you're stacking the deck for a longer, more vibrant life. It's low effort, high reward, and it's never too late to start. So there you have it. 5 morning habits that can add 10 years to your life. Drinking water, light stretching, eating protein, getting sunlight, and practicing gratitude. These aren't flashy or hard. They're simple steps that seniors like Margaret, Henry, Clara, George, and Evelyn used to thrive past 70, 80, even 90. Imagine waking up with more energy, moving easier, and feeling brighter every day. That's not just aging, it's living. If you're ready to try even one of these, you're already on your way. Which habit will you start with? Drop it in the comments below. I can't wait to hear. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Lessons for more tips to live your best years yet. Let's keep this community growing. See you in the next video.